Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a quick look at some of our stories tonight. 2 people killed after a head-on crash in Saginaw County last night. Buena Vista Township Police say 42-year-old Elizabeth Rowe was driving an SUV on northbound Portsmouth near Wadsworth, and 44-year-old Matthew Little was driving a pickup in the other direction when one of the vehicles crossed the center line, resulting in a head-on crash. Rowe was pronounced dead at the scene. Little was taken to a hospital where he later died. Both were residents of Buena Vista. That crash is under investigation. Hearings for Amy Facinello and 5 others accused in a fake electors scheme will have to wait. A judge delayed the preliminary examinations of the 6 accused of certifying themselves as state electors and trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election. One of the accused and his lawyer did not appear in court, causing the delay. The exams were pushed back to December 13th and 14th as defense lawyers are still working through documents. It's that time of year when drivers have to be extra mindful of deer. Authorities say out of nearly 60,000 crashes last year involving deer, nearly a third of them happened during October and November. Car versus deer crashes have gone up in the state since 2020. The most risky times are between 6 and 9 in the morning and 6 and 9 at night. Authorities urge drivers not to swerve if a deer jumps into their path to avoid hitting another vehicle. Now here's Chris with your forecast.
Make a pretty nice afternoon, and it looks like a nice night. Temperatures eventually dropping into the 30s and 40s as we head into the overnight time frame, and then eventually warming back up into the 50s tomorrow afternoon. It will be cooler than today, of course. And then we're also expecting rain. Even though we're seeing showers on radar tonight, we're not expecting any of that to hit the ground over our area through this evening. I think there's a small chance as we head towards tomorrow morning, a bigger chance as we start to see things take off tomorrow afternoon and even more so tomorrow evening. A look at your hour-by-hour forecast. The rain being fought off by some of those easterly winds that are a bit drier, preventing a lot of that rain from moving in much quicker. As we go through the day on Friday, we expect the rain to eventually win out, and once we get into the later evening hours, it starts becoming more widespread. We'll pause it right here at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. There may be a few areas that are still relatively dry at that point, so while I do expect rain for some high school football games, it may not be for all of them. That will change later in the evening, and we'll also see rain continue right through Saturday. The rain will eventually come to an end, at least in widespread fashion, on Saturday evening, but then we'll start seeing lake effect rain off of Lake Huron pick up for the second half of the weekend. Rainfall totals between a ½ inch up to 1.5 inches or so seem to be the most likely scenario. Some of those totals have come down a little bit compared to earlier this week, but we still expect a decent rainfall. Your wind gusts are expected to be a little bit stronger on Saturday, lighter in the morning than the afternoon, but still around 20 to 25 miles per hour. During the afternoon, some of our gusts could exceed 30 miles per hour. Your 7-day forecast shows temperatures next week are expected to be in the 50s. It looks like Wednesday will be the nicest day with mid to upper 50s and some sun.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.